This podcast is certified fresh. FreshMediaWorks.com.
Welcome to the Montgomery ISD Athletics Show, where each week we share conversations about everything that makes MISD athletics so great. Montgomery ISD, in partnership with families and community, will graduate all students with the knowledge, skills, and leadership necessary to thrive as productive and responsible citizens. Athletics play a vital role in student success, promoting physical and mental well-being while developing essential life skills like teamwork, leadership, and resilience that benefit students far beyond high school. The Montgomery ISD Coaches Show is fueled by EAG Automotive, East Texas's MVP since 1977. With 8 locations and a winning lineup of new and pre-owned rides, they bring the heat with hometown hustle and high-performance service. EAG Automotive, where East Texas drives to win.
With 60,000 fiber route miles across 20 states, we deliver reliable solutions. We prioritize customer service to build better relationships and a better Texas. Consolidated Communications. Let's build a better network.
All right, everybody, join me in welcoming Coach Brad LaPlante from MISD, the athletic director. How you doing?
It's a great day. Coaching school, it's time to get going.
It is, isn't it? I was just talking to somebody from the Coaches Association, and I said, it's the first full day, and it feels like it's been going on 2 weeks.
Well, that's the excitement.
Exactly.
That's the buzz
I love
to
it.
see the line out here. It's awesome.
It's crazy, yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's awesome. And last night, the Hall of Honor banquet,
yes,
that was pretty awesome.
Good people.
Yeah, good stuff. So rather than talk about coaching school, let's talk about MISD. You've been there a while now.
Yes.
You've learned the lay of the land from the 2 schools. What's your 30,000-foot take on things right now?
Well, the work is not done.
No.
And in some cases, it's just beginning. But I think just from our administration, everybody's on board for a great experience for all of our kids, all of our coaches, the community, athletics, academics, you name it. We want to be premier. That's MISD. And so, for me, that's a place where I want to be. That's the people I want to be with. We have a fantastic coaching staff. We did have some turnover this year. We've had some middle school coaches go get high school jobs and have to replace them. Of course, we had Coach Kennedy's retirement and Coach Melton coming in there. But even with a little bit of turnover at some of our buildings, we've brought in some absolutely fantastic rock star people, but also good coaches as well.
Right. Well, as we've come close to concluding this first season of the show that we do, I've got to meet a lot of coaches.
Yes.
And I tell you, I'm a bit biased, but good coaches. You've got some really good people across every sport, boys, girls, you name it.
Yes. Yeah, I think, I don't know, I say I've hit the jackpot.
Yeah.
Coming here, just the people I get to be with every day. And they're just good, genuine, authentic. They're very appreciative of the time and effort and energy that I put into them, that their principals put into them, that their assistant coaches give to the head coach, that the head coach gives to the assistant. They love up on kids. They want to bring the best out of kids. They want to make a big impact. And luckily enough, I've kind of been there. Last year was 1 full calendar year, so 1.5, but this would be, my 3rd year there, but just to start the second full calendar year, just to see everybody in action. I learn something every time I go out to games and practices, and I'm amazed at some of the growing numbers that we're having in some of our programs. Just like the 6th grade pre-athletics. This will be the second year we've had that. Oak Hills has, I think, over 160 6th grade boys in pre-athletics. So there's growth coming. There's 30 subdivisions that are either being built or will be built in Montgomery ISD. And while our population is not spiking now, the potential to in our school buildings will be. So we're planning ahead and working on that. But last year we had the stadium upgrade. We got new lights. Montgomery High School will be getting 2 new weight rooms here in the latter part of July. We're already making some plans to returf both the auxiliary fields at both those high schools for soccer and football and PE and all the sports that are going to be using it. So we're doing some things. That's good.
And physically, it's a beautiful area. It is so gorgeous.
Yes.
What a blessing.
Well, and the recruiters that I had in the Austin area when I was there are different maybe than that are assigned for football, because people still text me because they know me, and hey, I'm sending my wide receiver coach through, if it's a D2, D3, D1 school, what have you. And a lot of times it's their first visit and they'll go see Coach Melton or go see Coach Cooper, and when they're done and they're leaving town, that's the exact same thing they'll call or text about. And even though my old JUCO in Minnesota, there was a guy that was there, Coach Weaver. He pulled through, and he's from New York and been some places. After meeting people and seeing the lay of the land, like you're talking about, just the landscape of it is very inviting, and people want to come back.
Yeah, and the other thing that's very inviting about the community are the people. And talk about the importance of being in an area. Yeah, you've got good facilities, you've got strong leadership, you've got great coaches, but you have to have the community.
No, we do, and now everybody raves about our kids, and rightly so. When you walk the halls of our buildings and just see the interactions of the kids, you don't see anything negative, and they're not cussing up and down the hallway. It's yes sir, it's no sir. If somebody has to correct them with the earbuds, they're fine doing it. But where does that come from? It comes from the home.
Yep.
And so to see how many, volleyball and softball and baseball and 7-on-7 flag groups that there are in the Montgomery, Conroe, Woodlands area, our kids have had team experiences before they get to 7th grade, before we get to our coordinators and coaches there at Montgomery Junior High and Oak Hills. And so the fact that they've already been on a team,
right,
and here's the dress of the day and all the expectations that we have, those kids, I guess fall in line for lack of better words, because they've been experienced and they've had tournaments and coaching, and they've been there and done that. And so that for our coaching staff at the junior high, that makes it that much better. And a lot of our kids, they do outside training for pitching or hitting or whatever it is. So they come to show up ready to work every single day. They're disciplined, and not only do they do a great job when they're in our hands, they want to go above and beyond to be the best player they can be outside of the athletic period and the time with our coaching staff.
Yeah, and I've spent more time probably talking about the non-athletic stuff about your community, your school, your teachers, and all that. But let's talk about the athletics themselves, because that's what we're going to be focusing on here.
Well, it is, and I'll kind of recap last year. We only had a couple teams that didn't make the playoffs, and we had a number of them that won a first or second round game. And of course, then on the Lake Creek side, you have girls soccer winning state, softball back to back, now winning state, and then you've got Coach Schramm and the baseball team making a run all the way to the state championship game.
Close.
And it was great. Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people probably were tired by the time that second week of June came around, because that was a stretch. But that's why I came to Montgomery. I want to be around winning programs and serve that. And of course, while all of that is going on, we've got staff members. We might be playing at Mumford for baseball or softball. We've got staff that are still at one of our complexes hosting rentals for playoff games. We rented our baseball and softball fields, being all-turf fields, all the way up to the state semifinal game.
Wow.
So then you talk about our secretarial staff taking care of hotels, meals, busing, all that paperwork, all those checks to take care of our own kids, but then we're still paying umpires and taking care of those other schools that choose to call on us for a central location for those facilities. So it was a great year. We really had a great year last year. We were able to host PNG and Ennis for playoff football.
Game,
So the fact that that we had the stadium upgrade, and of course there's some hiccups when you open up a new facility that we had to work through our regular season, but PNG played at our place against Lake Creek and Montgomery, but then they chose us to come back for playoffs. Okay, that was big, just to get the a few phone calls and text messages on that Friday night when they were playing. God, the restaurants are full and there's 45-minute wait and all. Well, P&G's in town with our facility, so yeah, they're going to fill up our gas stations and restaurants and all that. So our location is big for those rentals as well. So that's kept us busy for sure.
Excellent. So this upcoming school year, things look good for athletics.
We're really excited. The fall, I know swim and the cross country and the football and volleyball, there's a buzz on both campuses. Got really excited. Both volleyball went, to the third round last year. Both of them did. So Lake Creek is young, up and coming probably for this year, and then Stormy and her crew on the Montgomery side. I know they probably wanted to go one more round deeper. They got Delaney coming back and a number of seasoned veterans for their crew. I know they're excited there. Got a new cross country coach on both sides, Coach Jones and Coach Spivey. So they're excited to make their mark on their programs, and there's probably a buzz within their kids as well. So summer has been great, been good attendance on both sides, middle school, high school. We just hosted a camp the other day. McMurray University D3 came in, and it was close to 85 kids, and so not only do our kids not have to travel to that camp to gain some skills. It's the number one thing with camps. Go learn something, get coached up. Everybody's looking for the offer and all that sort of stuff. But there was some good coaching going on, and they had a good camp design for the day there. But then to see both Lake Creek and Montgomery on our campus get offered, that's why we keep on trying to bring people to us to use our facilities for that. So that was a good day too.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, gosh, Coach, the other thing that I see y'all doing better than a lot of school districts is your branding, your promotion, your communications, the podcast, the stuff on social. I mean, y'all are doing a great job there.
Our coaches get it.
Yeah.
They understand. It's really important to me as our leader to promote our kids, to promote our coaches, to promote our programs, our district. I think my head coaches and our middle school coordinators, they understand that. They believe in it. They know the power of it. Just to keep positive vibes going is awesome. I mean, it's July 19th, and even this morning we still had some more accolades still coming through from some all-star games and different things during the course, and that's great for our current coaches and our current kids. But when you're maybe a junior high athlete seeing all these good things going on, it's easy for them to believe in the future and know that there's a good culture, whether you're Bear or Lion, and just see the support. And it's in our MISD walls, we might have our soccer team playing in the second round. Well, so the Bears are playing on the road, and the Lions are texting me asking if I know the score there.
Nice.
So while we have a lot of Motown showdown and a lot of rivalries that really make it fun, when we're colliding and all that sort of stuff, but on the other hand, they want to see each other win, and they love seeing when a kid gets a scholarship offer and some opportunities there, and they know being homegrown with each other there in the district. Yes, it's a rivalry, but just to play off each other's successes.
It's like brothers. I have brothers. We're rivals, but no one would fight harder for you.
Yes. At the end of the day, still family, and that's what we love about our competitive nature and different things that.
And I have to point out that when we're talking about social and communications and those things, a lot of ADs sit in their office, write reports, tell people to do things, but you're social. You're on it. You're commenting. You're posting.
And a couple of my coaches, is that all you do is sit on Twitter? No, it's not. But I do search up our people and what they're doing, and I make sure I know what's going on, because the connections that I have being from the Midwest for our kids or teams or opportunities are different than our Texas coaches that are at Montgomery ISD. So I think it is important for our culture to do that, and it only takes 20 minutes a day to do that. Well, when you show up and show out for your people, they notice that, they appreciate that, and even there's kids that I may not have seen at a practice for 3 months. They recognize me at the games because they know I do support them. You can't be at 4 campuses and 15 sports. You just can't be everywhere at once or know totally what's going on. Yes, I know what's going on, but to support them is big, and we know how good that feels for our coaching staff and kids and our community. And of course, 10% of your kids are probably going to go play college athletics, so it's important for those things too. But I think that's what makes us great is that we do support each other, and I want to be a leader of that. I can't tell my head coaches that, hey, you know what, you need to promote your kids if I'm not promoting our kids or coaches either. So I do think that's very, very important. On our podcast, certainly you're a partner with us, and we appreciate your partnership with that, to be able to, I guess we have 40 some episodes in this year. We'll get to probably 60 next year, because we're starting it right away at the beginning of the school year. It's not something new to do that, and our coaches spotlights and athlete of the month, doesn't take hours. It takes minutes just to promote your kids, and it's very, very good for our kids and our coaches. So believe in it wholeheartedly.
Right on. Well, Coach Brad LaPlante, thank you so much for just the great relationship, but also for all the work you're doing for Montgomery ISD athletics, and just all the kids, the coaches, you name it. Thank you so much.
It's been good. Let's keep it rolling, and I can't wait to see how good our teams and kids are going to do this year. It's going to be great.
Me too. At the Woodlands Behavioral Health and Wellness Center, they want kids to thrive, not just in school, but in sports and in life. Pressures like anxiety, ADHD, or even the stress of competition and injuries can hold them back. That's why their team offers specialized care, including sports psychology, to help kids manage performance pressure, bounce back from setbacks, and build confidence on and off the field. They provide complimentary consultations, so call today. Call 281-528-4226 or visit addwoodlands.com, because every student deserves the chance to thrive.